Welcome to the newly named and located T. Rowe Price Career and Innovation Center grand opening event. We're so excited to have you all. My name is Danny Pape. I'm the director of the center here at UCCS. Today is truly a celebration of a vision that began many years ago to expand career services at UCCS as a crucial part of the mission to support workforce development in the Pikes Peak region. This center truly is a symbol to campus and to the community of the elevation of career services on this campus for all of our constituents. As a director of the center, I've been really excited for this moment. I started roughly 2 years ago, so really looking forward to this. We have a number of individuals to thank and engage throughout our program. To begin, I'd like to welcome the Chancellor, Venkat Reddy, to the podium. Thank you, Chancellor, for your leadership on this initiative.
All right. Thank you, Danny. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to say right up front, not only is the place beautiful, but the buzz inside was even better. So I think just the excitement of seeing you all is pretty neat. So what a special day. So I'm so grateful you're with us today as we celebrate a new chapter for UCCS, the opening of the T. Rowe Price Career and Innovation Center signifies both a partnership and a dream come true, especially for me. This is one of those, I don't often say this. This was a kind of a pet project, special project for me to see this happen. So I'm really excited. So my relationship with T. Rowe Price started back in 2006 when they opened their offices in Colorado Springs. So I was serving as the Dean of the College of Business then, and the relationship only strengthened over time. I was also on the EDC board at that time, so we were also helping from the other side, from a community side as well. T. Rowe Price hires over 40 students every year as graduates, so this is a very, very important relationship between the two. And they've supported us in many, many ways and still continue to support us. And so it's exciting to see some of the folks that I've worked with over time. So today's a special day where we proudly display their name, the T. Rowe Price name, on this center on our campus. Soon, Dr. John Brothers will be speaking. He'll tell you, T. Rowe Price doesn't put their names on many places. So this is pretty special that you allowed us to do that. So I want you to imagine the conversations, the meetings, and the collaboration that led to this point. Connie will remember here, as we were talking a few years ago, how we want to start thinking how the center should be on the campus. So imagining the career center of the future took many individuals. It involved leaders across both UCCS and T. Rowe Price, as well as the insight of students and employers throughout the region. So allow me to give special thanks to the folks at T. Rowe Price who helped make this dream a reality. The renovation of the Career Center has been on the university's wish list for years. T. Rowe Price answered the call with a transformational gift. T. Rowe Price wholeheartedly supported this project to help create win-win opportunities for both UCCS and T. Rowe Price. So thank you, T. Rowe Price. After 2 decades of partnership, this may be the most exciting collaboration yet. So I don't want you to feel like you're done with this. But I cannot thank you enough for your commitment to our student success. More specifically, my deepest appreciation goes to Dr. John Brothers, president of the T. Rowe Price Foundation, Jacob Pruitt, CU Foundation trustee member who was a champion for this project from the very beginning, Susan Nakai, head of the Investor Services and Operations and site leader for T. Rowe Price, Colorado Springs. Nicola Rourke, site strategy manager for the Colorado Springs T. Rowe Price campus and a proud alumnus of the campus. And Mark Paquet, principal program coordinator for College of Business Career Development Center. So could you all join me in giving them all a big round of applause. Many people also helped from UCCS side, but I do want to point, where is Melinda? Melinda Hageman has been a key part of really working through this whole process. So thank you, Melinda. So thousands of students pursuing their education at UCCS will be able to better realize their career aspirations. Because of your efforts, we will be able to create lasting change for the university, for these students, for our community, and beyond. So when I look back and think about the original vision for this space, I often pause because I'm astounded. The results far exceeded the vision. I envision students, faculty, and industry partners interacting with each other in this space on a regular basis. With the support of T. Rowe Price, we'll elevate the workforce and economic impact in the Pikes Peak region. We'll increase internship opportunities for students from all backgrounds. We have even created a career center that will serve alumni as they navigate their career journeys. And this beautiful space will help create that impact. As I often say, I would like to see freshmen, sophomores, transfers, juniors, and seniors, and graduate students, and alumni using this center, because we want people to figure out right in the beginning what their career path should be, and that's what this is going to do. So with that, I want to thank T. Rowe Price again. We are honored that you're a partner who believes in possibilities. We know this center is not just a gift to UCCS, but it's also a gift to those in the Pikes Peak region and the entire state of Colorado who rely on talented, skilled employees and well-rounded citizens. So thank you so much. If you all join me in thanking T. Rowe Price once again. For all that.
Thank you, Chancellor. Let's give another round of applause for the Chancellor. The Career and Innovation Center moved from a vision to a reality through a tremendous partnership with T. Rowe Price and the T. Rowe Price Foundation, as the Chancellor said. So now it is my distinct pleasure to now introduce the president of the T. Rowe Price Foundation, Dr. John Brothers, and to say a few words, followed by Susan Nakai, the UCCS alumna and head of Individual Investor Services and Operations and the site manager for T. Rowe Price here in Colorado Springs. Come on up.
What a great day, right? This is pretty awesome. I remember a couple of years ago thinking about this place, and now here we are. So I first want to thank the Chancellor and Melinda and the amazing folks at UCCS. I got here early. My Uber driver was telling me, all right, this is a really great place. Beware of rattlesnakes. And I was like, all right, I will. But you know what I did is I sat outside and just watched. And you know, I love people watching. And I just felt spirit here, just an amazing spirit. And it's an amazing place to be. And we are just so fortunate. On behalf of T. Rowe Price, we just want to thank you so much for allowing us to be a partner with you in this. Before I have Susan up, you know, one of the things that they asked me to kind of touch on is what is the vision that we would hope for in a place like this. And certainly this is going to be a parent's best place, right? Like they're going to be excited about this place, and obviously students will as well. But when I think about what will happen here 5 years from now just imagine there won't be a ribbon. It's going to be packed with students and folks coming back and forth from Clyde's, which I hear is like an awesome place. It's hopping. There's a game room right there with lots of video games and other things. And students are going to be coming there, and there's going to be students walking by this. And there's going to be that student that's just starting to think about, well, what could they be, right? You know, many of us have been students. When you're a freshman and a sophomore, what you can be, that's a scary thing. And so they're going to be walking by here. They might walk by a couple of times, right? Say, what's going on in there? And they're going to come in. And someone as awesome as Danny's amazing, right? And the energy he has is enough to fuel a jet liner. So I've only known him 10 minutes, and you can sense that he's got a lot of energy. They're going to see Danny or someone like him from his team. They're going to welcome that young person in, and they're going to start talking about what this young person could be. And that person's then going to go out and do that. Maybe they'll find their way to T. Rowe Price, we hope. but they're likely going to find themselves in a bunch of different places. And so that's the inspiration, the impact, the vision that we are really excited about. It was there when we sat down and started thinking about this place. And so 5 years from now, what I'm going to do when I come and visit Colorado Springs is I'm going to hopefully have the same Uber driver who was really awesome. I'm going to sit right here where these fine people are, and I'm just going to watch the magic happen, right? I'm going to watch people coming back and forth from Clyde's with their bellies full, coming by here and walking in and fulfilling what they're hoping for their futures to be. And that's an amazing thing that we are at T. Rowe Price so fortunate to be a part of. And so thank you so much for that. Thank you for this day. And I'm going to have my good friend Susan come up and give a few words.
All right, thanks so much for having us today. I have a long history with this campus as both an employer and as a student, so I've been able to see the campus change quite a bit over the years. I spent my senior year of high school actually mostly on the UCCS campus. That was back in like 98, 99. Did a lot of classes here, was able to go up to CU Boulder as a sophomore because of the work that I did here as a part of my high school curriculum. And then shortly after college, I started working at T. Rowe Price back in 2002. And really day one started being involved in the partnership as on the other side as an employer with UCCS. I was fortunate enough for T. Rowe Price to sponsor my MBA back around that time frame. Graduated with my MBA from UCCS in 2005. At that time, it was right before the business school was being built or was in the process of being built, so our classes were all over campus, and then as soon as I graduated, I came and saw the beautiful business school that I just missed out on, so I should have timed that better. But it's gorgeous, and have spent a lot of time in the business school now on the Employer Advisory Committee, on the Rowe Advisory Committee, and on the Finance and Accounting Board. So those are just a couple of examples of how T. Rowe Price has continued to come back on campus, meet with students, and honestly, a lot of the partnership has been through the business school, which has been great and a really strong partnership and getting in front of business students. But at T. Rowe Price, we hire all sorts of backgrounds. Business is just one of many majors that we welcome onto our campus here in Colorado Springs. And a lot of our employees actually come from arts and sciences and all different majors here. So as we started talking to UCCS over the years, we said, how can we bottle what we have with the business school and get out on campus? Where do we go? How do we meet other students? How can we get outside of the business school through this partnership? And this is the perfect resolution to a lot of those conversations that have been happening over the years, where we now have a place where we can get in front of all sorts of students, talk about T. Rowe Price, talk about careers, and really have a campus-wide reach. So it's so exciting to see. I know there's a lot of work that's gone into this. Really excited to see it come to fruition, and you'll continue to see T. Rowe Price actively involved in any way we can to help the students.
Another big round of applause for T. Rowe Price and the T. Rowe Price Foundation. I can't say enough great things about the partnership that I've gotten to build with each of these folks you've seen talk today, as well as the numerous associates throughout T. Rowe Price. So we will keep that going. So student support and access, of course, is a really important pillar to UCCS. Their success really extends into the community and beyond, as you've heard. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce Carlos Garcia, our UCCS Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, up to the podium.
Thank you, Danny. And I get to speak without a mask on. That's great. And thank you all for coming today to this occasion. As you know, a concept is, this concept actually began about 3 years ago. And we finally get to see this through fruition. So great things begin with an idea, followed by a concept, followed by an implementation plan, an execution plan, and then a final product. And so we're now standing here in the final product. I want to also thank T. Rowe Price and the T. Rowe Price Foundation for their generosity and their belief in our students. I also want to thank our campus staff and business partners who helped bring this project to fruition. I especially want to thank Carolyn Fox. Where's Carolyn? I saw her a while ago. And Lynette Gallega. Where's Lynette? I saw her also. There you go. Thank you, Lynette, for your leadership throughout the construction project. And many, many thanks to Danny Pape. Danny really shepherded this project from the day he started to now to the day that we're starting to open up this. So thank you, Danny, for your leadership. Also want to thank our design and construction team, our architects, Perkins and Will, our MEP consultants, our Bridgers and Paxton, and our general contractor, Howell Construction. During the planning phase of this project, students were very, very much involved, beginning with deciding whether the Career Center should go into the University Center. Our Student Government Association, as well as our University Center Advisory Board, they were consulted along the way, and they agreed that the University Center was the best place for this Career Center to be moved to. Well, but they had one caveat, they had one request, that we replace the games room. This was the games room before, and so now we will have a new games room located over here on the right-hand side with new games, new more modern games, and our students will get to name the space and also will get to enjoy it, and they will be moving in hopefully soon when that space opens. So the Career and Innovation Center is first and foremost here for our students. It's important for the success of our students. So no matter what a student's goal is, the T. Rowe Price Career and Innovation Center is here to help them reach that goal. And we must remember that students get to set their goal. They get to decide what they want to do, not us. They get to decide what success means to them. Our role as educators is to help them navigate that, help them navigate how to set a goal, what a goal means, guide them as mentors. We guide them throughout the entire process. And if they do fall, we help pick them up. And that's part of our role here in Student Affairs as well as in the Career Center. So this new center will help students do just that, achieve their professional goals that will hopefully provide them professional and personal satisfaction. We also want to help our students engage in the Career and Innovation Center early on in their careers. Long gone are the days where a student would wait till their last semester as a junior or their senior year to visit the Career Center. They must engage often and early in their involvement. So we want to make sure that they know that this is a welcoming space and filled with important resources that will help them be successful. So having the T. Rowe Price Career and Innovation Center located in the University Center, which is the most utilized building on campus, I think those of you that are here know that, will certainly help make that happen. So again, I thank you for being here, and I will turn it back over to Danny. And I need my mask.
And Carlos, it is so great to speak without a mask. So one thing I can promise you is that students will always be at the forefront and alumni will always be at the forefront of any decision the Career Center makes and all the career colleagues across campus. We have conversations weekly, daily, monthly, yearly about how we can better support our students. So I feel lucky to get to work with all of my colleagues. Speaking of students, I'd like for you all to hear from a student, probably the most important perspective that we can have. I'm going to welcome up Flora Jatana, who's a current UCCS graduate student, to the podium to share a few words.
Oh, hello, everyone. That's way more intimidating up here with a bunch of people staring at you. I'm so sorry. All right, like Danny said, my name is Flora. I'm a current graduate student in the College of Education, getting my Master's of Arts in Leadership with a concentration in Student Affairs and Higher Education. I also went here for my undergrad. I got that in psychology with a minor in Sahi as well. And, telling that I came back because I completely love this campus. I love every single professional and student employee that I've had any kind of interaction with. I was an international student for a long time, so that actually gave me eligibility to work for the first time in my entire life in the United States, which is super exciting. So as a 20-year-old individual, I got my very first job, and it was an extremely stressful process because there's a lot of rules for international students, as Dr. Reddy can testify. And we have to make sure that we're very specific with the kinds of positions that we accept on campus and how exactly they'll, enrich our own student development. But I didn't know anything about employment at all. And so the first thing I did was just look up how UCCS specifically could be of aid to me in that situation. And the Career Center popped up back when they were in Cragmore Hall, and I wiggled my way over there, and oh my goodness, did I find a hidden gem of a resource on this campus. Hidden no longer, thankfully. But it is truly, truly meant for students. Every aspect of this space, every professional that I've ever had the pleasure of encountering here has been a benefit to me, not just as a person who was seeking a job on campus, but also as a person who was terrified of applying to graduate school, as a person who was terrified of applying to her first ever professional position. Through all of the failures and the successes that I've had, I know that the Career Center has had a hand in making sure that I am supported and comforted and feel welcome in this space always. And I will be so deeply and eternally grateful to them for my entire time here at UCCS and throughout. Specifically, I'd like to shout out a couple of people who have given me a lot of help. Janet, when I first walked in with a terrible, dirty Word template resume, thank you so much for cleaning that up. I appreciate you so much. Claire, Amy, for again taking that resume into a graduate school resume, and I'm so proud of that baby. I show her off every chance that I get. Formatting ain't got nothing on me. So very, very grateful to you as well. I know that the position that I have right now as the graduate assistant of student life in student activities, I wouldn't have without Claire's help. So I'm really, really grateful because I love my job. And then, of course, Bailey and Sarah, who are two of our new, they're cohort members of my program, and they, as professionals, were able to help me out when I went to go apply for for my first ever professional position. I'm very, very, very grateful for that. Understanding how this Career Center not only impacted me as a student, but also how it impacts the student body as a student in student affairs. How many times did I say student in that sentence? Anyways, I'm very privileged, and I'm very, very grateful. So thank you so much for all of you.
This is for the students, this space. Thank you for sharing your experience, Flora, as a student. So in just a moment, we'll officially open the T. Rowe Price Career and Innovation Center. Following the ribbon cutting, please stay and enjoy light refreshments and take a tour with one of our awesome professional staff or student staff, which you'll see splattered around the office. So now I'd like to invite the ribbon cutting party to the podium. Chancellor Reddy will lead us in the countdown to cut the ribbon. Thank you.
Somebody gonna give the signal? All right. So we're gonna count down so everybody gets a piece of the ribbon. All right, everybody's ready? Good to go? 3, 2, 1. Yeah. All righty. Why don't we lead you guys in?
Welcome Welcome to the new T. Rowe Price Career and Innovation Center. My name is Bailey Ashita and I'm one of the career coaches here. Come with me and I'll show you a tour of our new space. As we walk along the corridor, you will find the career coach offices and our director's office. First, you have Bri Escobedo, our career exploration coach, Sarah Philman, our pre-health career coach, my office, and then Danny Pape, our director's office. Walking further, you'll open up into the Career Innovation Lounge. We're really excited for this space because it provides an opportunity not only for students to come hang out, do their homework, but also for larger events such as resume workshops, presentations, and for the campus to use this space. Next, we have Clyde's Closet. Clyde's Closet used to be in a small office, but now we have a space dedicated specifically for it. So Clyde's Closet is the opportunity for students and alumni to get professional clothing up to 6 items per semester. These can be used for interviews, different job opportunities, and also career fairs here on campus. And last but not least, we have the interview rooms. These interview rooms can not only be used as meeting spaces or for students to do homework assignments, but also for when employers actually come into our space. These rooms can be available for employers to host interview days and for students and alumni to meet one-on-one with them. The UCCS Career Center team is very excited to finally be in a space that's more accessible for students, alumni, and employers. We are grateful to T. Rowe Price for the opportunity to provide more career support on campus.